Hello everybody, I am Joe Davis, the Member of Youth Parliament for the Isle of Wight, and I'm back again in front of my camera, and I'm doing something that hopefully I'm going to be doing every month for my 2-year term, which is basically just quickly going through what we as young people in the Isle of Wight have achieved and what I have tried to do, so you can sort of hold me to democratic accountability. Now the reason I'm doing this, I kind of alluded to it there, is I ran on a manifesto of speaking up for young people and delivering change, and I believe in politicians not increasing tuition fees and sticking to their promises, and so I think I've got to sort of justify myself to the electorate, because I think that's what politicians should have to do. So, and I want people, also I want to raise the profile of Youth Parliament and the Member of Youth Parliament position as a whole. I had no idea who the MYP was, if I'm honest. I think the previous MYPs have achieved fantastic things. The last MYP did incredible work on mental health. But I think the problem was it just wasn't well publicised enough, and that was not his fault at all. But what I'm trying to do is, as I say, once a month, coming with a little update of what we have achieved and what I've tried to do and what I'm trying to do next, so that if you don't like what I'm doing, you can berate me and tell me what I should be doing differently. So it's been a bit of a crazy start to my term as MYP. On like literally the day after I was elected, I went to a little event at the Apollo Theatre in Newport, because I love the Apollo Theatre and the people that run it, showing short films from across the world, because I love films. And I met Natalie Bennett, the former leader of the Green Party and the Green Party candidate for Sheffield, I believe Sheffield Central, which was a very surreal experience, because I didn't quite realise who she was at first, and we had a sort of 10-minute conversation about votes at 16 and young people's views on Brexit and stuff, and then I twigged, oh, I understand who you are now, and she's really excited, and we had a great conversation, and on that note, I've got something really exciting planned, which I should be able to announce pretty soon, but I can't quite talk about it just yet, so I don't know why I've mentioned it at all. I'm very bad at keeping secrets. But as soon as I can talk about that, and as soon as it's ready to go, which should be very soon, you will be the first to know. And I'm so excited to talk about that. What else have we got up to this? And then of course we started a petition for votes at 16, because a snap election was called when I was trying to revise for law, which was really annoying. And the petition, I'm so thankful for everyone that supported it. We're now over 750 signatures, which is far more than I ever thought a small petition from the Isle of Wight could ever get. And I appreciate everyone's support, and I appreciate on the video there have been lots of people giving me, support and nice comments, but also people who've been giving me sort of constructive criticism and having an intelligent debate. There was one person who called me, I don't want to misquote them, I believe it was an ignorant, one person called me a snowflake and another person called me an ignorant moron. But there were quite a few people who disagreed with votes at 16 and sort of told me why, and we had an intelligent debate, and I really appreciated that. I'm always bang up for a debate. And actually there were a few people, I posted it in a few different political Facebook groups that I'm in, and I had a few debates with a few people who actually, after we had the debate, that's the air ambulance you can hear, after the debate they were actually like, oh, actually you've made some solid points, and they actually signed the petition. So it's always worth talking to people who disagree with you. That is the first rule. Now the government have now given an official response to one of the petitions, because there's quite a few going around, which is basically blah, 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 official government language, we don't care about young people, you can't vote, which is absolutely fantastic. But the fight does not end there, of course. We knew it was unlikely that we were going to get votes in this election, but that's not really what it's about. The point is, people have been, vote at 16 is not a new thing, right? I've been talking to people. I spoke to someone from the local Labour Party who said he was campaigning, he was at Labour conference in like 1981 and voted for a motion in favour of votes at 16. This is not a new thing, and this is not going to end now, and we're just going to keep fighting until we get there. And on that front as well, I've got another thing which is kind of hush-hush at the moment, which I'm really excited to announce, with another member of Youth Parliament. We're trying to, well, in fact we are organising a sort of rally, a march in favour of votes at 16, but we're kind of keeping on the down low. So again, I should not work for MI6 at any point in my life, because that's the second thing I wasn't supposed to talk about yet. But as soon as that is ready to announce, you again will be the first person to know. What else? Oh, and then bang, we wrote a letter to Andrew Turner, our then Member of Parliament, about the awful events going on in Chechnya, which is not funny at all. And I got a response 2 days later from his caseworker in his constituency office saying something like, we appreciate your email, it's a complex issue, you'll get a reply. And I thought I never was going to get a reply. And then actually the day he resigned, so I think this is one of the last letters he ever sent as MP, and I feel guilty because he said, P.S. we must meet soon do call my office. Well, he doesn't have an office anymore. But he sent this response where he eloquently told me how abhorrent. Well, no, he told me how the Foreign Office thinks it's abhorrent without actually telling me whether he thinks it's abhorrent. But I very much appreciate Mr. Turner's response. Of course, that is not where it ends either. That's one small victory in a long, long battle, and we can't stop talking about what's going on in Chechnya because the mainstream media, for whatever reason, aren't talking about it. Most politicians aren't talking about it, and what is happening over there is just abhorrent and truly, truly awful. And as you know, the LGBT community and the LGBT community's allies, we need to be speaking up about that. But talking about the LGBT community and their allies, victory. Okay, so weirdly, right at the end of my first month as NYP, I was just sat in politics when I saw one of my friends, Esther Poucher, put a status about Andrew Turner had come to her school and made some ridiculous, homophobic, awful comment saying gay people were wrong. Oh, sorry, homosexuality is wrong and dangerous to society. And I just thought, oh God, that is just awful. And I thought it was a joke at first, but no, it's true. And literally within 6 hours, he had been forced to resign. This is a victory for the young people of the Isle of Wight. Now, I'm not being party political when I say this, it's just the facts. Under the first past the post voting system, you know, in 2015 he got 40% of the vote, right? Which means 60% of the people on the Isle of Wight voted against him. So, and that's kind of a similar story since he was elected in 2001. So, what I think is incredible is in 6 hours, young people on the island did what adults on the island have been trying to do for 16 years. This is absolutely our victory as a community, as young people on the Isle of Wight, saying we are switched on, we are politically engaged, and we are going to stand up whenever we hear homophobia, racism, xenophobia, Islamophobia, sexism, misogyny, whatever it is, we won't let it stand, and we will stand up to it, and we will get things done. And incredible. Andrew Turner, his career is over, as it should be, because there is no place for that homophobia in our society or in modern political discourse. And I could talk about this all day, because as you can tell, I was very angry, and I'm now I can't believe it. It is a victory for young people in the Isle of Wight. And now, quickly, what am I trying to do over the next month? Well, I'm continuing the fight for votes at 16 because, as I said, it doesn't end here, and so I still appreciate people sharing the petition, getting involved with the petition, but it's more than just petitions, obviously. Putting your name down, as the government have said time and time again, that isn't all you... How do I word it? You need to do more than that to make change. Petitions do make change, but they don't make change on their own, and that's why we're organising this protest, and that's why it's important we keep talking about it, and we keep getting the message out there. Of course, as I was saying, I'm going to be monitoring, well, following the reports coming out of Chechnya, and they are just awful, and I'm going to keep applying pressure to everyone I can to get our government to act and to speak about this, because it's just appalling. And give it a month and a half and we'll have a new MP, and I'm entirely confident that whatever political party they come from, they will not be a homophobe. Now, finally, of course, we got the council elections this Thursday. I'm doing everything I can to get the youth vote out for that, and of course, we've got the general election on the 8th of June, and it's absolutely imperative that young people get out there and vote. And I'm bang on that. I've been talking to, so far, I've managed to speak to Vix Lothian, who is the Green Party candidate. I'm not too sure who the other, most of the other parties haven't announced yet, but they will be soon. And as soon as they are, I'm going to be talking to all the candidates, saying what can we do to get the young vote out there, 16 to 24. Not yet, 16 soon, the 18 to 24, because young people, we need to have a say on our future. This has been very long and rambly, but basically that is what I've been up to over the past month. That is what I'm getting onto on the next month, and I will see you very soon. Thank you everybody for the support, and I just can't believe we unseated a sitting MP. Homophobes, watch out, because we are coming for you. Wherever, and like whatever you do, homophobia has no place, and it will always be defeated. So that's a nice uplifting message for the end of this video. Thank you very much for watching, thank you very much for your support, and I'll see you later. Thank you.